What's up? What's going on, people? I try not to yell. It's the BQF Black Quarterback Forum, baby. Week 3 in the NFL. Black QBs in effect.com website. So, world is crazy. Anyway, my teeth is got some problems going on with my tooth. But y'all know I'm 61, so I ain't no 35, 45-year-old buck. But anyway, y'all know what I do here is I just monitor the play of the black quarterback. Yeah, I care about the teams in whole, but I'm not a fan of any of these teams. I'm just a fan of the black QB. Y'all know this year 3, thrizzle for me in this website and what I do. So if you're looking for that full-on breakdown of a game, not happening here. I just talk about the play and performance of the black QB. And that's it. I touch on some of the other QBs. You have to. I love football. So for anybody watching these videos for the first time, and what is this dude talking about? Talking about the play performance of the black quarterback. And see my line in the background over the Jordan poster. That's me. But anyway, it's week 3 that I'm talking about. We head into week 4. I just looked at all the stats. You got a lot of losing black quarterbacks. Oh man, it's been a lot with these black QBs. Some good, some not so good, obviously. But it's interesting. The NFL, to me, is the biggest spectator sport in the United States, probably in the world. I don't know, soccer, but definitely in the United States. A lot of gambling every weekend. I talk to all my friends who gamble. I just don't have the money to gamble. I'm a poor black guy. I don't have that kind of money. So I just make my videos and talk my stuff about the black QB. So with that being said, week 3 is interesting. I always cover the winners and the losers, and I'm gonna go back and forth. I don't have no real structured format. It's just me, baby. Yours truly, the black QB at the Black Quarterback Forum. A Dizzle, Alex, as I go by the many names. But anyway, the Black Quarterback Forum right now, right here, right now. So some of the winners, Jalen Hurts, I was looking, the Eagles are 3-0. And I'm going to go over all their numbers, all the winners. And thought Lamar might pull it out Monday night, but no. I heard what some people have said about that game. And I'm going to be just back and forth here. To me, I meant to research when Dan Campbell became the coach of the Lions, but I didn't. But going back 2 years ago, 2023, when the Ravens and I smacked up on the Lions, it was 38-6. I went and looked at the score. Somehow I thought it was 37-0, but it was 38-6, which 32-0. So if you take away 6 from there, man. But to me, that game, Dan Campbell, that coach, said to those players, "We're not losing to this team tonight. Does everybody understand? Look, man to man, we're not losing. We got some stuff that we ain't came out with yet. And we go for it all. They go for it on 4 all the time, plus 50. They're going for it. So, to me, you get to diagnose. You get to, going over the game, looking at every play, and But I played football, not at the college level. I mean, I finished up in high school. But anyway, man to man, when you go play those games, to me, that's about winning, obviously. And they were like, "We're not losing to the Ravens." Not today. Okay, that's all that was. Because here's 4 games, right? The Green Bay beat the Lions week 1. Like, easily, handedly, right? Same Lions that just beat the Ravens 2 nights ago, Monday night. But then the Ravens beat the Browns handedly. These are division games for all these teams, right? And then the Browns, in a tough game, beat the Packers. So, regular season, you're going to have these games like that. You could easily see all 4 of these teams being in the same division. I mean, not geographically, but however they want to put it, So, Lions beat the Ravens. Packers beat the Lions week 1. Browns beat the Packers. Ravens beat the Packers, I think it was week 2. So, anyway, it means a little bit, but really nothing. Because at the end of the day, you got to win in the playoffs. And in the AFC, right now, the best team don't got a black quarterback. I'll say that. It's the Buffalo Bills. And that boy up there, they playing well. So we're going to see. I mean, I've already thrown it out there. To me, the best teams in the AFC are the Bills and the Ravens. Look at the quarterback. My man said it. Colin Cowherd said it's a quarterback-centric league now. It's not like the league was 30 years ago, 20 years ago. It's all about the QB. And the better QBs, their teams do well. So Patrick is struggling without weapons. He don't have hardly anybody to throw it to. I mean, so it's interesting. But we'll see. It's just getting started. Anyway, that's excuse me. To me, that's what that Ravens-Lions game was about. It's like inter-conference, interdimensional. Because, like I said, those 4 teams right there, they done beat up on each other throughout the first 3 weeks of the season. So, anyway, the Eagles in that game against the Rams. That was one of the games I did happen to see. I don't pay for TV anymore. There's a bunch of free stuff out there. So I'm snatching whatever free. And I did happen to see this one. And you know, the Rams was all over them in the first half. Then the Eagles decided to play. That's why I will take. They had some stops and then the field goal issues with the Rams. But I will take a good offense over a good defense all day long. I've been preaching that. The good defenses, we'll see. They get stops when needed, to win the game. More so than the offensive making that play, I'll take the offense. But Hurts was 21 for 32. He had to throw the ball because they was behind. You just couldn't run it. And he was 226 yards, an average of 7.1, 3 TDs and no INTs. He was sacked 4 times for 24 yards. But he did run the ball 9 times for 40 yards and a touchdown. So his QBR was 66.3 and the rating was 117.4. The ratings are always higher. So I'll get down to someone who had well, I can skip down to him now. Caleb. This game was one of the later games. I watched some of this game. And Dak, one of the losing quarterbacks. Jerry Jones, $60 million, man. They probably don't get nowhere close to a Super Bowl. So what's the purpose of paying them all that money? I mean, he's played well and they've won and that's what you earned, I guess. But who's gonna be the first $100 million quarterback without a Super Bowl win? All right, well, so Caleb Williams was 19 for 28 in that game. He got 298 yards, almost 300. It was one of his, I guess, his best day. His average was 10.6 on pass. He had 4 touchdowns and 0 picks, and he was sacked 0 times. Wow. So they just came out and rough rode the Cowboys. I mean, okay. These teams are starting out 1-2, and it's a whole lot. I looked at a few of them. Most of them ain't going to make the playoffs. And so that's that. But those was Caleb's numbers, and they were pretty good. I mean, I think that was, somebody was saying one of maybe his best day as a pro. All right, let's go back up to my man Marcus Mariota. And he's the Hawaiian guy. I call him black. He looks more white, though, than Tua. Tua is the black Hawaiian. This is the white Hawaiian. But hey, I still count him. Excuse me. I still count him with the black guys. So that's me. I know on regular TV they're going to say he's Hawaiian. But they beat the mess out of I forget who they were playing this past week. But he was 15 for 21. 207 yards. He had a 9.9 average, 1 touchdown, 0 INTs, and he was sacked one time for 8 yards. But he had a rushing touchdown too. 6 times he rushed it for 40 yards and a touchdown. Marcus looked good. He had a QBR of 54 and a rating of 118.6. But he looked good. I mean, they beat the mess out of somebody. I'm sorry I didn't write all the scores down. But then we have Bryce Young. Bryce Young, just in case you ain't heard me. They beat up on my man Michael Penix Jr. In fact, I mean, if that game was horrible for Michael Penix Jr. I mean, when in the NFL, you can't get 3, 6. The Falcons look just out of sync, out of rhythm, and I don't know. He might get benched too, but I'll talk about my man Russell in a moment. But Bryce Young, his stats, I figured he'd be the first, but they won the game. So that gives them hope. He was 16 for 24, 121 yards, average 5 point. I mean, he throwing it like 5 yards. 0 touchdowns, 0 INTs. He was sacked one time for -7 yards. QBR 70. His QBR is higher than Jalen Hurts and Marcus Mariota's. And his rating is lower, though. But the QBR, I broke that down in year 1 of my site. And I got to go find some of my older videos. The way they mean something, but really he won. And I'll get to Lamar's in a moment. And he lost. And his QBR and rating was just as high, if not higher, than a lot of people who's won. So, what does it mean? You could win the game and have better stats than half the quarterbacks that... I mean, you could lose the game and have better stats than the quarterbacks that won the game. So that was Bryce, Patrick. They beat up on the Giants, and now they done sent Russell Wilson to the bench. Patrick was 22 for 37, 224 yards. He had a 6.1 average, 1 touch, 0 INTs. He was sacked 2 times for -23 yards. They bashed him on the QBR, 49.7. And his rating was 85.9. I didn't look. The first couple of weeks, I was looking at some of these QBRs, man. Oh, my God. They was in the single digits. It was insane. But Lamar, of all the losing quarterbacks, so those are we just had 5. It's been 5-6-5. we ain't broke the double digit rate. I don't know if we ever will. I'm speaking about black quarterbacks. Where at least 10 win. It's 17. I'm counting to, well, now there's 16 because they benched Russell. So those are the 5 that won. Here are the losing QBs. I don't go over their stats this week. I got a new computer. Work's been kind of busy. I'm just trying to get this new schedule down because when I come home in the evenings, I'm not making a video. So I'm doing this before work. But anyway, I'm looking at the time. It's 8:30 locally for me in the morning before I go to work. So the losing QBs: Tua Tagovailoa, Jordan Love, Cam Moore, Tyrod Taylor, Michael Penix Jr., C.J. Stroud, Spencer Rattler, and Dakota Rain Prescott, the $60 million man, Dakota. Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, and Lamar Action Jackson. I wrote down his stats because Lamar's playing off the charts, man. 21 for 27, 288, 3 touchdowns, 68.9 rating, and a 148. No, that was a QBR. I'm sorry. 68.9 QBR. That's what I was saying. His QBR is higher than a lot of quarterbacks that won, except a couple. And the rating is off the charts at 148.1. His rating is better than anybody's that won as far as black quarterbacks. So it's interesting to me with those statistics. Because even with Baltimore being 1-2 at the moment, no one's saying they're not going to make the playoffs. And as I said, the teams with the better quarterbacks make the playoffs. I'm looking at just the black quarterbacks here. Obviously, there's other teams out there like Buffalo. They're that quarterback. They're playing really well, man. So, I mean, you better have your scoring wheels on when you play Buffalo because they're going to move the ball and score. It's just that simple with them. But that's the situation with the black quarterbacks. Lamar, one of the best. And as I continue to say, of all the black QBs, I want him to win a Super Bowl this year. So that's my favorite guy, Lamar. You know, I've told the story and I will continue to tell it all year. That's what I do here at the BQF. See, I can say things like that. Those guys on national TV, they want to keep it all honest and fair. We got to look at this and like we're looking at that and all that. Please. So, that's about it for week 3. You know, about 15, 20-minute video talk about the black QBs and... Well, oh yeah, Russell Wilson's benching. Let me just go before I wrap this up. Russell Wilson got benched. Well, he's a politician. He got the beautiful wife. I forget her name. Is it Sierra or one of them former fine young girls who was a singer? Anyway, he's out. He's gonna be a politician wherever he's from. I think he went. Well, I know he won a Super Bowl in Seattle, but I mean where he was born and raised. Wherever he's from, that's where he might run. I don't know, but he's the politician because he's a handsome man and he speaks well. So it's all about after football for Russ. I mean, yeah, you didn't put in all the time, buddy. Kyler Murray. He plays tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, right? Yeah, they play the Seahawks. Sam Darnold been playing pretty good too. So I don't know. That's a battle of the birds. The Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. I don't know. Sometimes these divisional games, you know, I mean, it's hard to tell with them sometimes who's going to win. So we'll see. Oh, with Dakota Rain Prescott, I said the $60 million man. I was making jokes because I'm older, and I know a lot of you younger people don't remember. There's a show called The $6 Million Man, Steve Austin. So he is 10 times 6, the $60 million man. And they 1-2. And I haven't looked at their schedule, but I think it's pretty hard. They might not even win this week's game coming up. So I'm just trying to take a little bit peek at the time. But I don't see them. They ain't going to get nowhere close to the Super Bowl. Did Jerry Jones going to be like, damn, it's $60 million for 3 years. Unless they cut him. Your price is way too high. You need to cut him. I mean, what in God's name, whoever name you want to reach, made him think that Dakota Rain Prescott gonna take your Dallas Cowboys? And Jerry, if there's one owner that everybody knows is Jerry Jones, he might not, other than your favorite team. Anyway, Spencer Rattler, you might just can't cut it, yo. They have you even won any game? I haven't even tracked them. But they 0-3 this season. He's the only one of those white black guys, Spencer Rattler. Yeah, for the Saints. CJ Stroud, I'm just going over some of the losing quarterbacks, man. It's a little tough for you this year, buddy. You probably won't make the playoffs unless y'all go on a serious run. But, you know, and it's early, but the things, it don't take long for things to settle into the NFL. And then they come out with all these statistics. Oh, they got to beat this team by 80, and this team's got to lose by 120, minus the 4. You know, 14. Either you're going to win your division and make it, or you're going to be playing and hoping for, in week 17. Michael Penix Jr. I bought the jersey, man. I buy a lot of quarterback jerseys. But y'all looked horrible this past weekend against Bryce Young and the Panthers. Y'all better get it together, man. That's all I can say in Atlanta, because you better get it together. Tyrod Taylor, I got your, well, at the time it was San Diego Chargers, but the LA Chargers now. I got the jersey, man. It ain't your fault, man. I don't know. I didn't see that game, but I think that game, was that with one of the field goal games? Yeah, that was a lot of field goals in games last weekend. Field goals were blocked and a couple run back for touchdowns. We're running up on the 20-minute mark. Cam Ward. Yeah, it's going to be rough, man. They just going to blitz you all season long till you show that you can beat it. Brings to one of my favorite black QBs, Jordan Love, and I heard some of the nonsense they was talking about losing to the Browns. And Browns, man, they defense plays well. I mean, with Myles Garrett, he wanted out of Cleveland, but they like, nah, you ain't going nowhere. You're the best defensive player we got. But I still love Love. I mean, you know, we gotta see how far they can take things. They 2-1 and leading their division, so because they beat the Lions, so we don't see how far they can take it. Tua and the Dolphins, I think they done. There was some talk. I caught some shows, or they were talking about. I don't know. You my other black Hawaiian guy, Tua. I gotta post a picture of Tua. Okay, when you go to ESPN and you look at his picture, he's got like the Miami headband thing on, but he got the braids hanging down. You know, that's all I'm saying. And the white guy got no braids like that, man. And Hawaiian. Okay, between Tua and Marcus Mariota, Tua looks more black than Marcus. Marcus almost like he could pass for a white guy in some of his pictures. So, but y'all know I love playing with that. So, but anyway, that's the BQF Black Quarterback 4. Losers, oh my goodness, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 5, 16, I'm still missing somebody. Oh, did I count Lamar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I'll probably miss somebody. It should have been 17. But anyway, that's what we got for this week. Week 3, week 4, dead ahead tomorrow. Battle of the Birds, Seahawks, and the Cardinals. Flip a coin. Cardinals don't want to lose that game, but we'll see. BQF, baby. I got to go to work. If you're watching, I appreciate it. Let's just talk about the black quarterbacks here. This is it. I'm not diagnosing the whole league. Take care.